Okay, so this is just a quick recording, let's say, on some of the basic, let's go Bagua, let's say, teacup exercises. Now, the teacup exercises come from some of the methods like shown by Dong Hai Chuan, like to students like both Yin Fu and Chong Ting Hua, and these particular, let's say, like methods like refer to like the work like that Dong Hai Chuan like did particularly within the imperial palace. He was basically, let's say, a servant, and oftentimes like the servants would be coming out like with quite large plates, and being at court, let's say when you've got, let's say, over 100 like people, let's say maybe in a very small room, let's say having to move about, let's say like with these hot plates often. So a lot of these skill sets like kind of were transferred in like to the art of Bagua zhang, as well as some of the kind of the gong fa, the basics like of the art. So that's pretty much, let's say, like the history around it. Just kind of getting down, let's say, like to the mechanics anyway of it. So when you're just starting off, let's say you're standing out like just a little bit like your shoulder width apart. Okay, bend the knees, fill out your lower back. Imagine, let's say, the head like you're being stretched up. You relax your shoulders and you basically just hold, let's say, your hands out, let's say, like just in front of your dantian, and you would hold this position like roughly for about 5 minutes. Let's say like just feeling, let's say, your body relax, feeling your muscles relax, focusing on your breath, doing your diaphragm breathing. So when you're ready, let's say like from the kind of the breathing warm up, like to start working like some of the teacup exercises, you're basically just relaxing. Now a lot of the movement like generated is by, let's say, like your twisting of the waist. So it focuses on like activating like this part of your body without, let's say, actually like moving like the lower portion. So it's really kind of focusing on the power, let's say, running down, let's say, like along the abdomen. The dung, which is the kind of what the Chinese refer to like as the bridge, like that's basically, imagine, let's say, like the kind of the gap between your two legs like being a bridge, and opening up the qua and using power from the qua, which is basically like all the muscles like around the hip joint, like leading up, let's say, like to the muscles in the abdomen as well. So what's going like first is you're turning your waist like to the right hand side. The right hand, let's say, like just comes behind, let's say, your back and just touches behind the kidney. Now just to kind of show that like from behind, it's basically coming across and over, and it's touching, let's say, like just behind, let's say, the kidney area here. Now from here, the hand that's like facing up comes out, rises up, big arc around, going around the head, closing once again, closing and coming back. So if we're doing, let's say, the exercise, let's say, like from the front, it will be shifting your waist, the hand goes behind, touches the kidney. You're turning out, let's say, like the waist like once again, the arm stretches out. You're turning the waist like once again over the head, turning the waist once again to the right, turning back to the left, coming across the body, turning again and coming back to center. So then let's, on the left hand side, it will be the same once again. Okay, now another, let's say, like a way of, let's say, like playing like this particular, let's say, like exercise would be like to do it, let's say, like with both hands. Now there's two ways of doing it, let's say, with both hands. You would basically bring the hands up behind. Now instead of, let's say, using the waist, you're basically like using like the legs like as the kind of the lever, like to kind of power the movement. So you're bending down slightly with the knees, coming out, up, around, and settling once again and coming up once again. So really slowly, bending the knees, behind the back, touching the kidneys, hands coming out, up, you're rising up with your body, then you're coming to center, you're compressing down, and then you're coming back like to the neutral, let's say, like a standing position, like once again. Now the second way of, let's say, playing it is you're actually crossing the hands over, like rather, so one hand goes on top. You can alternate between the left being on top or the right being on top. So here, and you're kind of like almost pulling in back to here. Now this kind of, let's say, pull in, let's say, would be for kind of more of the martial, let's say, methods like where you're learning to sink, let's say, like go down and kind of drop down, like go and actually hit someone at the same time. This kind of dropping force, let's say, if someone was grabbing you, etc. But as a kind of a loosening like go exercise, it's pretty good like go in that regard. Now the next one after that, you have let's say you're rising up. So here you're rising up and out. You're turning, let's say, your body like go to you're turning your waist to the left hand side. Now you're turning your hand out, opening, closing, and coming back. So once again, that is a lifting up, let's say, like almost, let's say, like piercing. And coming back to center like once again. Now the other kind of, let's say, like exercises like that you can kind of like play with, these would be kind of like within the kind of like the teacup, let's say, like exercises, would be, let's say, like the line rolling the ball. Line rolling the ball is very similar to Tai Chi's cloud hands. So if I was kind of talking, let's say, Tai Chi's kind of cloud hands, you're basically holding like this particular position in Tai Chi. You're stepping out with the stepping, shifting the weight, and transferring the weight once again. Okay, but what you're kind of focusing on, let's say, like, but with Bagua's line rolling the ball, let's say, is you're focusing once again around this shifting compression, let's say, like of the waist, the quad, the abdomen as well. So you're basically like holding like this like a ball, let's say, like a position. Okay, doesn't matter whether you start left hand or right hand or top, but basically what you're doing is you're activating like the waist like and sinking, let's say, like down, let's say, the weight onto one side, and you're just basically transferring the weight between the legs. And you can kind of slowly like build this up. You can make the circle like a bit larger, or let's say you can make it a little bit smaller, so going from large to small, back to large like once again. Okay, so that particular exercise, it also has a kind of a martial connotation, but it actually opens up, let's say, like the shoulder, let's say, like the clavicle, like gets this type of like movement like going on, let's say, with the hips like drilling down, let's say, into the ground. And once again, like that also has a very much a martial application, let's say, whereby, let's say, for example, if you were in a kind of a clinch position, you will be able to, let's say, like move, let's say, like, and strike with your elbow really quickly. So you're moving something out of the way, and you're kind of coming in, let's say, like with the elbow, like a strike after that. It can also be used as a kind of an upward deflection or kind of a pass out or whatever like the case may be. So the last, let's say, like exercise I kind of like to show, let's say, just as a kind of a brief run through, would be, let's say, like dragon swimming in the water. So dragon swimming in the water, you're basically holding, let's say, like this, let's say, open, let's say, like qi gong, like a position which represents like a water palm. Okay, so you would hold this for roughly, let's say, 5 minutes, once again warming the body up. And let's say, like once, let's say, you've gotten, let's say, like to kind of enough of a kind of a situation like where your body's beginning to start to feel warm and warming up, you then like start doing, let's say, like some of the active hand movements. Okay, so you're bringing it like back to here, and basically you're piercing out the hands, let's say, like facing out. You bend the knees slightly as they're coming back. You rise back up once again, bend the knees, hands coming back, you rise up, bend the knees, hands coming back up, and then you start raising it up. Let's say like you go a little bit further, so you're going up to chest height now. And then up to throat or head height. And then let's say once you're back like to this position and you want to kind of close, you're lifting up, breathing in, and coming back down, and thinking about, let's say like the keys, settling like you're on the lower, like your dantian. Now this maneuver, let's say, can either be done, let's say, with the palms facing down, or the palms, let's say, like you're facing up. So with the position where you're doing it, let's say with the palms like you're facing up, it is, you're holding here once again, you're piercing out, but this time like with the hands are facing up. Now as they come back, they roll down. And once again, once you get to this position, like go here, closing once again. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks guys.